July 1st is upon us, which means Happy Canada Day to all the Canadians. And secondly, it's the check-in time, midway point of 2018, and we want to make it a winning mentality 2018. So let's jump into it. Roll it. Let's do a check-in with where we're at. You should be spending at least an hour today just doing a check-in. Winning mentality in 2018 is all about zoning in and breaking down all those big goals into smaller goals, into baby goals, and really zoning in on those little ones so that you can progressively see growth. It's also about niching down. If you're not niching down in anything you're doing, well, then you're leaving this open, broad road to allowing things to stop you, you know, when the obstacles jump in the way. And we can't see that ending for you. Niching down allows us to really look at what we're doing, whether it's business, whether it's careers, or whether it's relationships, maybe it's personal growth. It makes us niche into a certain area, zone into that area, and really address the critical issues that will see success happen. That's right, in order to move in the right direction, we need to address those little things, because those little things start to grow and grow into bigger and bigger things. If you are not in that direction you want to be, well, let's look at the steps that you should be taking right now and how implementing them slowly or altogether at once, depending on what kind of a mindset you're in right now, how this will structure yourself for success going into the fall and into the end of 2018. Number one, let's look at it from a perspective of what goals have you achieved, what haven't you? This is the big goals, not the small goals, the big ones that we want to address first. In yesterday's video, we talked about accountability and how accountability for what you do is needed, and then analyzing those goals that you didn't achieve, being accountable for it, and how to structure yourself in order to move forward after the fact. I'll link that above and below in the description. We're going to look at these goals. We're going to ask ourselves, why were some of these achieved and why were the other ones not achieved? Make a detailed list of the factors, including a daily schedule that you averaged, where things got in the way, things stopped you from doing it, and how much time allocation you placed on these things, and how much did you actually need. So now we're going to take what we have, we're going to look at everything and be non-judgmental and really analyze what is it that we need to incorporate such that we can actually start to see progression in those big goals. You will break down the goal and include those time factors that you saw were affecting that end result. You're going to analyze it and you're going to break it down further. A good example, talking to somebody today, well, they can't get their videos up, they're taking too long, and they're not finding enough time. So we talked about their schedule and how they're doing their videos and how could we switch that up. And at the end of it, they realized that all the videos that they got out on time were all done in the morning. So their new goal is to wake up earlier and do this video earlier so that they can actually pump it out before 9 a.m. or else the day picked up and they never got it done. We also looked at their videos and we really focused on how we can streamline the content in order to A, get the content out quicker, B, reuse some of the content. Once we have created more of these smaller baby goals, the idea is to allocate a little bit more time, put a buffer on there, such that you're not rushing to get a big goal done, but rather these small goals done each and every day. This makes the opportunity really look like an opportunity to find success, because we can look at it from a timeline from the top and we can actually see what's being spread out and how long something should take if we abide by the schedule of the little baby goals. So if your goal that you're still working on, but you know you can get it done, needs to be extended, then extend it. It's okay to extend it as long as we're finding that growth as time goes along, not that you're going to postpone it to fit another goal in. Well, unless that other goal is critical and you really don't care about the other stuff, then yeah, then change it up. That's a factor too, but we're gonna get there in a sec. Next, we're gonna be listing off the daily goals, and I want you to do this for 30 days. Each day, wake up, write down what you need to do for the day. Even if you know in your mind what you need to do, write it down. And then as you write everything down and you make your list or your mind map or whatever tool you wanna use, well, then what I want you to do is fill in some small baby goals that you could get done in between and have them ready whenever that slowdown we just talked about occurs. If you do this for 30, 60 days, it becomes a habit. Once it becomes a habit, well, the rest is going to be history. You're going to be just flying in this winning mentality of 2018. And you're going to curve right around. I guess I should have done the curve around then. You're going to curve right around into fall and into that November, December, where everything's going to be awesome. You're going to be feeling great. You're going to have an awesome Thanksgiving, and then Christmas season will come around where everybody's just in the spirit of, you know, just spending money and buying stuff because everything's on sale, and off you go. Now, you may be one of those people that have been contacting me about how they're progressing and really debating on where they're at, how they're moving forward, and the big reason is because a new idea has popped into their head. This new idea has taken over and they're really starting to build passion for this idea, whether it is the career side or the business side or heck, relationship side, all that. A new idea popped in and now it's kind of changed the mechanics of the thought process and what they're trying to achieve. If that's the case, you're in a great place. It's awesome. You're finally finding yourself, you're starting to see growth in yourself, and you're starting to understand what you really, really want, what you need, and what you really have a passion for. So it's a great thing. It's awesome. It's a great place to be in. If you are in this place and your goals are there and some of them are being matched, some of them are not, let's analyze it from the big picture perspective. What is the new idea? How do you need to start moving forward in the idea? What direction do you have to take? And what needs to occur in order for it to start moving forward? Clearly the goals you had have to be changed. Some of them will be the same, some of them will be different. The ones that need to be changed 100%, well, those ones, let's start looking at them from a perspective of, well, we gotta flush them down the toilet and get rid of them. Now this process, it's very simple. You're gonna look at the idea, you're gonna start breaking down the idea, and you're gonna start looking at it from a perspective of what are the things, the big goals that I need to do in order to see this happen. You're gonna niche down on whatever the idea is. You're not gonna hang back and just let it be this grandiose vision in your head, but rather you're going to start breaking it down into a small niche area that you can really work on and focus on. Once you do that, you'll have more goals being set up, the big goals, and you're going to start breaking them down. And this time I want you to jump right into making all these baby goals in order for your new idea to start seeing success. Now, in either case of wherever your idea is coming from, whether it's business, careers, or relationships, you're gonna have to deal with a little bit of a mental psyche. The goal setting will allow you to do that. You want to fill up your time such that you're able to find progress and move forward. Now, if this idea is something that's new and you're like, where do I start? Where do I get moving on it? Or you've been working on it for a bit and you're kind of like, you know, in that stage of what direction should I go? I encourage you to click below on the Ideas to Profits blueprint. Well, you'll find my 30-page blueprint on how to launch a company in 60 days. I'm also offering the Ideas to Profits course that accompanies the blueprint. It comes with videos that help you see examples and really fit together how the system works, and then you're able to relate it right back to your idea so that you can start niching down and get moving in the right direction. And don't forget, the Mentors Approach Facebook group is now live. It's available for anybody to jump in and start asking those critical questions. The goal of that Facebook group is to create a community where we can start supporting each other in anything that we're trying to achieve, to be better at, and to just smash those goals so we can all get moving in that right direction. Lastly, if you are looking at your list and you're looking at everything and your passion and motivation is totally flushed down the toilet, well, it's time to look at yourself and ask yourself, what was my mission and purpose this year? What was I supposed to do? Where was I supposed to be? Why didn't I make it? What has changed inside of me, around the environment that I'm in, or in general, what I'm doing? What direction do I need to start moving in? If this is your first time here, hit a subscribe and watch the rest of the videos in the series so that you can start shaping up your mindset in a way where you can start looking at that mission and purpose and life that you've been looking for, and maybe you start doing certain things that will guide you in that right direction. Mindset is critical here, and what we need to do is really analyze ourselves and ask ourselves, by the time the new year is pulling around and I want to be making new resolutions, what do I want to be actually saying? I didn't do anything for the last 6 months. Or, man, I did all this stuff and now I need to kick it up in high gear as I get into January, February, March. So in that mindset, what are the things you can start incorporating into the goals you have to create new goals? A. Or B, start looking at it from a perspective of, I don't like doing this. I take it out. What do I actually want to be doing? Because you don't want to be stuck not doing anything. Once you list off 1 or 2 of the new things you want to be doing, the new focuses you have, leave it. There's no rush to jump in and fill out like 5-6 mega goals. Just work on those 2. Start incorporating them. Very slowly start developing them. And over the next month, if you follow the guidance that I just went through, over the next month to 2 months, going into fall, all of a sudden new goals will pop up that you want to incorporate, and you'll just have to reanalyze everything, incorporate those goals, and trust me, after the 30, 60, 120 days, all of a sudden the habits will be born for that winning mentality, and 2018 is going to finish off a blast. Leave a comment below and let me know, how are your goals been going? What do you need help on? What are the kinds of things you would love to adjust and get moving on? And if you've had success, well, where are you at and how are you doing it? And who knows, that comment might help somebody with whatever they're struggling with. My name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. Hit a like, hit a subscribe. If you have any questions and you need any assistance with anything, jump over to the Facebook group that's listed below and get that help you need. If you have a new idea or a business you're starting and you really want to make things just fly, well, download the book, Ideas for Profits, the blueprint, and get into that course. The course is free and it'll jumpstart your idea or whatever you've been working on. If you have a block, it'll just help you niche down and get moving in the right direction.